Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's having a good Monday, good start of the week. I just want to go through some price action that printed today and that I thought was, important to review and really engrave into my head. And I usually like to do this through the use of my YouTube channel. Since I haven't posted in a while, I thought that this would be a good chance to post a quick short video about Monday, 30th of March, 2026 price action. Today I was speaking at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time, and I'm proud to say that today I was really spot on with my analysis. So before we move into really speaking about the um, daily move, I want to just highlight where I'm expecting prices to trade to. I'm expecting all of this low resistance to be ran and possibly this gap here if we don't find resistance off of any levels within the range above of this gap. So very simple way, um, I'm bearish. So let's talk about what happened on the open of this week. So we opened Sunday, 29th of March, 6 p.m. And usually I don't really pay attention to the first hours of opening because it's very volatile. But the thing is, we did create a small new opening gap that we immediately went higher and filled. And through this fill of this new opening gap, we traded through it and towards the fourth quadrant of the discount. So, or sorry, the third quadrant of discount. So it should be the first quadrant premium, fourth quadrant premium, third quadrant premium, uh, third quadrant discount, fourth quadrant discount. So we traded through the entirety of the fourth quadrant, and we made our way up into the third quadrant discount. And something that I want to note is that throughout this entire range, what do you think is going on with the liquidity? Obviously, more of it is being dedicated towards sell side. So there's sell side beneath all of these lows. And this entire period of time where we're just constantly trading higher, this is a longs inducement. So people are constantly going long, going down, and having their stops on every kind of swing point, or do we call it liquidity lows. So this entire range here is low resistance liquidity one. It's all accumulated orders in a form of a trend. So before 9:30, something that I wanted to pay attention to was, okay, we're bearish. We have two scenarios on moving today. We can disregard the bearish bias for today and keep moving higher in the case where price would continue moving higher and beating this immediate rebalancing of the candle on Thursday. So this entire range here was inefficient, and then price would move higher and make this range efficient by immediately rebalancing, Friday's range lower. Instead, what happened is, if we go on the 4 hour, we see that price, really quickly wicked up into this 4 hour premium area. You see, I have the premium section of this wick highlighted, and the consequent encroachment of that is around the 0.75 level. Let me just double check real quickly. Or no, 0.25 level. So just flip it around. So once we saw that price was really resisting this area, by looking into it and injecting lower, and then touching it very slightly during 9 o'clock, and then dropping lower with extreme displacement, then I had it established that this array here is going to hold resistance for price, and we're not going to be able to break through this range. So this is likely the high of day. So that's how I was able to establish the high of day. And again, it was very possible that price was to push through this wick and reach into perhaps this gap. And if past this gap, it would have went to the immediate rebalancing. If past immediate rebalancing, you can expect it to reach high. But in this case, it's important to note what happened in this area because it gives you, very precise intel on the 9:30 opening range. So I think it's better if we go 5 minutes. Okay, so 9:30 opened here. We see that obviously, before even looking at the RTH hours, there's going to be a big opening range gap from where you opened here and where 9:30 opened. And this is the first kind of sign. Obviously, price is not going to leave a opening range gap this wide open, especially while we are bearish and also moving off of our area low. If we look over here, we see that 9:30 did trade away from the opening range gap, and we did leave it open. But take just a quick guess on why that happened and why this wasn't filled like it was filled today. Because it didn't meet, price's objectives. Price didn't have it in, I guess you can kind of say, obligations to fill this RTH gap like it did for this RTH gap. So that's another thing that led me to believe that 9:30 trading today, the way that it displaced lower and ran all this sell side that we spoke about earlier, I didn't see this as a manipulation. The way that I saw this, there was an expansion. There was a rejection off of this level here. It was very easy for people to get tricked today and anticipate that the 9:30's run lower was going to sweep all this liquidity and then return higher and make a new high today. That was a very, very feasible expectation if you are not fully aware of what price is efficiently trying to do. So instead, what price did is we expanded, not manipulated, we expanded lower, we created an hourly gap, and what happened was we had a period of time where we started to move higher, and I noted this as an inducement of longs. So I didn't really think that this was a point of reversal off of sweeping this. I believe that this was an inducement of longs and trapping the shorts that went short as price was dumping. So their shorts are trapped and longs are being induced, and then just for price to take out the longs and people who were short or that were trapped here, who took off size or possibly put positions, are now they were the early sellers, and these were the induced buyers. So I have a screenshot that I took at the time of this that illustrates the situation very nicely over here. So this is the 1 hour time frame. Overnight longs build up. Then we went into this primary array, and then 9:30 distribution lower. Note distribution. I did not say manipulation. I said distribution, because in my eyes this was not a sweep of sell side. This was an expansion through sell side, and this rejection higher was a longs inducement. Longs trap, take sellers out, purging sell side from overnight, and also inducing early sellers. That's what I was trying to say with the short trap. So people who went short here are now trapped as prices ready to draw down, possibly taking out their stops, and then from there they are early sellers. Obviously, we see from hindsight, price went on to make a low of day. So this was just a I thought it was an important day to review. Personally, I did not take any trades capitalizing off of my analysis, but that's just because my model didn't allow me to capitalize on this, and that's okay. There would always be a day where my model is shown, and remember, this is repeatable, and that'll be it for this video. Just some quick notes that I wanted to leave. I haven't posted in a while, so I thought it'd be a good idea. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And as always, be safe.